Yeah. So as discussed, the today's agenda is Jenkins, that is CICD. So this is the main part asked in every DevOps interview, because this is the only tool predominantly used by most of the companies, as it is open source. So when you say open source, it is freely available software and it is very powerful and very popular. So that is the reason we use Jenkins, right? So installation is very easy, very straightforward. I have readily written scripts, right? Those are basically, a script is nothing, that so you need not worry that whether it is a big script, nothing like that. What I have done is, rather than wasting time in the installation, I have integrated all the commands to install the Jenkins in a one file. So let me show you that file, you will understand. Okay, so it's a bit, or else it will be in this bit. User data. If you go to user data, git commands, yeah, this is the Jenkins installation. Very simple. This is a very simple thing. Okay, so I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to share with you as well. So today I'm going to teach you the Jenkins installation. And before installation, I will tell you why it is popular and why many people are using it. Okay. So let me come back here. Yeah. See, whenever developers check their source code, just now I given some examples of git pull, git push, right? So same way, developers in the day-to-day life, they'll be working on different branches. So branches are nothing but a logical directory where the same code metadata will be stored. Okay, just like think that there are different directory having the same code, because if something is changed and if it is not working, so you can revert back in the main branch. Okay, so nobody works on main branch, or somebody names it as a production branch. So there will be production branch, UAT branch, pre-UAT branch, okay, test branch, all those branches. There can be n number of branches depending upon the project and the environment setup, right? So nobody want to disturb the properly working code. So that is why what they do, if I have to represent you logically, so let me open, otherwise you will not understand. Yeah, let me open this draw.io. Okay, now this is the developer. Say these are many developers are there. Okay, so they are all working on the same project. So this is the project. Okay, so all are working on the same project. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, now so they will push their code here. Okay, just imagine their code here. Now what will happen, everybody they are pushing something and it will disturb this entire code. So what they do, they will replicate the same whatever code is there into a separate branches like this. So this can be feature branch. See, this is just a name. You can name it anything. It doesn't matter for you to understand. Or somebody may create it as a hotfix branch. And this is the main branch, main or production branch. Right? So whenever they want to do some changes, so they want to add a new feature, though they will create a new branch called feature branch, and they will do here, and they will do it, lot of iterations here like this. Okay, and they want to test. So they whatever they want to do. So these are called iteration. Iteration means some changes. So this is iterations one. Okay, so this is iteration 2. So whatever the code is here, the same was here, but there are some iterations. There are one changes, and there are some other changes here in this commits. So iteration will be based on the commit. So this is due to commit 1, and this is due to commit 2. Right? Now you want to test this. So why we use Jenkins? Right? Now, so Jenkins will be coming handy in this process. So again so you can tell the Jenkins to test the code to pull from this branch and test it. That is possible. Or you can tell the Jenkins to pull the latest code from this branch or this branch, whatever branches you want it. Okay, so that is why we use Jenkins, right? So let me put here, 1 second. So now we can tell the Jenkins software to, but before that we need to integrate with the GitHub. Okay, so we will have to tell that you can pull the latest code from this branch or this branch. So we can tell the Jenkins to do that. No issues. Any branch it will pick up, hotfix branch or the main branch or a production branch, it will pull. So what it will do, it will see Jenkins has its own environment. So we can install Jenkins on a EC2 machine. Okay, or you can also install in ECS or EKS cluster. So we are not going to do ECS cluster now, because for that you need to understand Docker. So we will be installing in the EC2 machine. Okay, and we will do the GitHub integration such that whenever a developer is pushing the code, the Jenkins will understand automatically what it has to do. Okay, and it will pull the code. So it will pull the code from here. Okay, and it will deploy to the, what you say, any environment. So it will deploy to any environment. So this can be test. So there can be n number of environments. So you need to tell the Jenkins and the job will be done. So it can deploy to n number of environments. So this is production, this is test. Okay, this is dev. This is prod. This is UAT. And this is, say, feature, or you can say SIT. So it can push to all the environment fleet. Okay, and this entire process can be automated. Right? So how we can automate? So for that, first we need to install the Jenkins and we need to integrate with the GitHub repository. You're getting it? So let us do that. So how we are going to install? So just log into your AWS console. Go to instance, select launch instance, give the name as Jenkins server and select Ubuntu because the script I have written is suitable for Amazon Linux AMI. So use only that script and whatever the code. So key pair you can select this one, whatever key pair, and you are going to allow the SSH and you are going to also add one more security group, that is Jenkins work on port number 8080. Okay, so you can allow, so you can add a, so custom TCP, custom protocol, you can name it as 8080 because Jenkins port number is 8080. Okay, so you can name it as this. So you can give the description as for Jenkins okay, so port range you have to mention here port 8080 and source you can mention as anywhere. You're getting it? So source here, this is for SSH access and this is for Jenkins. You understood, right? So custom TCP. See, this is the new AWS UI. So if you want to go to the old one, you can use it, no issues. And but I am using the new UI, so that is why you may see feel that it is different. Okay, just copy. Okay, what is this? Minute, I copied the image one. I think. Wait. So copy this script I have given. Okay, so basically it will update the server. It will import the, this command will import the Jenkins repository. Okay, and it will import the Jenkins key and it will upgrade and then it will install the extra Amazon Linux packages and it will finally install the Java which is required for Jenkins to run and it will load the daemon and it will start the service Jenkins. So all these 7 steps will be done by one script. So that is, this is a very simple script. I am just copying it. I am not doing anything fancy here and I am just passing it to as a user data and then I'm checking all the configuration once again. I'm using T2 micro as it is under free tier. Okay, subnet is no issue. So auto assign public IP should be enabled, otherwise your configuration will not work. You can name it as Jenkins security group, and you can finally launch the instance. That's it. See, this is how you should do the installation step, because in interview they are not going to ask you the commands and all to install for the installations. They are just going to ask you the steps. Now if you click on the instance, so it will take some time to come up. So it may take some time, or you can also test. We need to log into the server once, otherwise it will not. So you need to run with the port 8080. Okay, it will take some time because, and meanwhile you can check the security ports we have enabled or not. Yeah, that is totally fine. And meanwhile we are going to log into the server, because we need to pick the password for the initial setup Jenkins. So how we do that? SSH-i. So let us first come back to my main directory. Let me go to the downloads. SSH-i, my key name, and then ec2-user at the rate IP address. Yes, so I'm going to log into the server. Become root by the command sudo space -i. Now you need to go to the directory cd var lib Jenkins. Okay, then secrets. Okay, and if you do ls, I see some noise here. Who is that? Now let me see this one also. It may be working now. Yes. See, getting right? See, it is asking this password. So where am I? See, if you don't, you need not remember this directory path. You will get it here. Var lib Jenkins secrets initial password. Right? So if you do ls, so this is the initial admin password. So you just cat this and copy this and paste it here. And that's it. If you want, you can save, but it's not required. And select the first one, install suggested plugins, and select it. And it will take a while for it to do the things. So it is installing all the plugins. See, it just installed the Git plugin to integrate with the Git. So you are going to create your, you can name it as admin. And save and continue. So if you want to save, you can. Now this is our URL, and save and finish. So you can now start using the Jenkins. Clear? So I don't think you will have any doubts until here, because it is very straightforward installation. You just need to use this script. That's it, and everything is taken care. Okay, and just you need to get the password from this path. Anyhow, that will be displayed in the console itself. Okay. So now see, in Jenkins, everything is called as a job. So first and foremost, you have to create a new job. Okay. So first we are going to start with the freestyle project. So you can name it as my first job, and you can select my freestyle and press OK. Now you can write any description here. So this job is for demo. Okay, and you have to mention it is a GitHub project, and you can mention the URL. Okay, so let me pull my project URL from here. Where is it? Yeah, so I'm going to get the URL. Okay. Okay, or you can also not select this. You can source code management, you can put it here. Okay, it is this is optional, but for here this is mandatory. So credential is none. Okay. Submit. Why it failed to connect with ls remote -h. Just a minute, I am plugging in the battery. So for git clone, which one we use? So same command we are going to, sorry, same URL. Okay. Right, and which branch we are going to use? So you can specify the branch here. Okay, so branch master or anything. Okay, so this is from git plugin. I'll try to apply here and save. Okay, so build now is the command to build the code. Because I have not specified anything, it will be a failure. Okay, see, error cloning remote repo origin failure, because I have not configured anything. So that is the reason it is showing like this. So let me go to the configure. You can discard this. Says demo in the net. Why it is not doing that? Okay, let me delete it once again. Go to jobs. Let us delete it and create once again. Okay. So my first job freestyle project. Okay, you can name it as demo. You can give git here. Fail to connect repository. Why it is every time it's in white? A minute. Sometimes it creates, there will be a bug, we need to fix it. See, this is a bug in Jenkins Git plugin. So, or let me try to give this. Let me see whether it will work. Okay, because sometimes the HTTPS may fail. So let me try to give this. Uh, why it is not coming? It. Okay, let me see whether the plugins have installed or not. So go to manage Jenkins. Okay, and click on manage plugins and check for installed and search for Git. So enabled. So Git client plugin, Git plugin is installed. Everything is installed and you can search in available whether anything is missing. Mm, Docker API. It's Thing is installed, but why it is throwing error? Just a minute. The connect repository. Okay, there in the server Git is installed, right? Git status. That is why is it not working. Okay, let me install Git. Okay, so that is also could be the issue. Because in the server it may not work. That is the reason. Okay. So now let me run, because that is a bug actually, because you need a Git software, right? See, now the error is gone. You're getting it, see? And let me show you. See, now that error is gone, because sometimes it is a bug actually. Sometimes even though if you have, you should also install the thing. Okay, so now again let me go to the configure. So this is a demo Jenkins job. So source code management, and you have selected master. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to add a git hook. So you need to select GitHub hook trigger for git polling. Okay, just a minute. So I was telling that, so what you have to do now, see this kind of bugs you should identify. Okay, so the git was not installed. So basically what we are trying to do, even though we are using the UI here, that is the web console, in the backend it is a server only. The server has to run the git command. So what basically it will pull this repository. Okay, so now you should select GitHub hook trigger for git sm polling. Okay, now once this is built, so automatically whenever we are pushing the changes to this, right, so it will run so what is the build step we have to do? So execute shell command. Okay, so echo build is successful, and it's because of webhooks. Okay, so this is a very popular thing, and just apply and save. Now there is one more thing you have to do. You have to copy this URL. Okay, and you have to come to your git repository for the integration. So what you have to do, the repository where you have passed in the Jenkins jobs, you have to go there, and you have to go to the git here, and you have to go to the settings, and you will find the option as webhooks. Okay, so add a webhook. So it is asking for the password, so you give your account password. Okay, so you can select, so you can payload. So payload URL is your this thing. Got it? So add a webhook, and secret is not required for this. right? So come back here and verify the URL. Yeah, clear. See, if sometimes if you get confused, again you can see the documentation. So webhooks guide. So you can go here, you can add, you can follow along. Okay. So that's not required now. So you can add a webhook, right? See, we will send a post request to the URL below with the details. So you have to put the details and everything. So only send me everything. Whenever it's pulled, so send me everything and add a webhook. Now you are getting a error here. See here, last delivery was not successful. Okay, let me just check. Yeah, select application JSON and update webhook. Yeah, what it is saying. Okay, now you come back to this job. Okay, now if you, okay, no need to build actually. See, I have manually build. Okay, so now it is saying success. See, so build is successful and it's because of webhooks. Okay, but this should not be done. So the build should automatically trigger whenever I am pushing the code to the some changes to the repository. So let us do that. So let me come back here, exit. Let me come to the, so cd git. So cd git. So I am on the master. So I have given the master only. So I am adding some comments. So vi file. So code commit. So git status. See, git you will be using. Okay, every, for even with Jenkins also you will be using git. Okay, git add file. Now git, okay, git commit -m for webhooks. So you git push. Okay, so once I have done the push from here, so it should automatically trigger the job here. So you should see the job here automatically. But it is not working because this I manually built it, right? So let me check what is the issue. Yeah, so this is the one, right? 1423. So just now I have pushed. So let's see what is the issue. So not a valid crumb. So it says the response is valid crumb included in the request. Error 403, no valid crumb included in the request. Okay. Let me check what is the issue here. So let me come back to the job. So what we'll do, we will just pass this. Go to the settings. Just remove this. Okay. Sometimes, yeah. So update webhook. Yeah, so only two is right. So now let me add one more thing. VA file code, not code commit. This is for webhooks. So I'm adding this change. Git add file. So it has pushed. Now if you refresh, third event should come. Okay, this has again failed. So let us see what is the issue. And come back here and see whether it has built. Email what it is taking here. No valid crumb request. Oh, wait a minute. Just a minute. Webhook. Just a minute, huh? Okay, so I need to Jenkins URL and then we have to press this. Okay, not okay. So this is why it is showing. Okay, so now what we have to do, just paste this. Okay, yeah, so GitHub dash webhook and then you can select JSON and update. So now you can see recent delivery, only 3 are there. So now let me do one more time. VA file webhooks integration. Integration, git add file, git commit -m, push. Now if we do, third one will be there, fourth one should come. Yes, now it is success. Okay, so like this way you should debug. Now if you come here, go to our Jenkins. Now there was only one build, right? Go to the dashboard. So there are two builds here. See, it is success. Build is success and it's because of webhooks. So I'm not doing the build manually now. You're getting it? See, now there are only two builds, right? Now let me show you one more time. So there will be third build. So VI file, well, webhook integration is successful. Git add file, git commit -m and git push. Now keep watching this. You will see the third commit now. See, pending. And now it will trigger the Jenkins job. So it is successful. So I didn't do anything. Now it is successful. So this is called the GitHub with Jenkins integration or Jenkins integration with GitHub using webhooks. So you should tell in your interview. Okay. So that's it for today.